From the age of about 13, 14, I became quite addicted to video games. Now, I don't even know if I would personally call it an addiction. You know, it wasn't something that I was like, scratching myself trying to play the games, but it was all I did. And it happened until probably about the age of like 18, 19, where I finally stopped playing video games. And I remember when I turned about 16 and I would start getting yelled at by my parents for like, wasting my life and not doing anything, because at that point I could have gotten a job. But what I didn't know and what they didn't know is that those hours, those days, those weeks spent staring at a screen and playing those video games was actually teaching me something. It was actually teaching me a lot of core valuable skills that ended up getting me to the point of where I'm at. I mean, I'm a 21-year-old who runs a 7-figure-a-year business, and it wasn't luck, it wasn't some crazy breakthrough, it was a set of skills that I was unknowingly building whilst being addicted to playing these video games. And I wanted to make this video to kind of like explain how I was able to take those skills and turn them away from a screen and into something productive that made me a lot of money at a very early age. I want to explain what those skills are, and also if you're someone who is addicted to video games currently or was addicted to video games, you're an ex-gamer, how you can do exactly the same. Now, I grew up not playing such a big variety of games. I mean, I remember from the age of probably about 12 upwards, I was like a Minecraft addict. Like, that's all I did all day, every day, played Minecraft, used to make YouTube videos of Minecraft. I used to play with my brother, used to play with my friends. From the age of about 14, 15 up, and I played Rainbow Six Siege. I think I have something like 60 days worth of game time on Rainbow Six Siege, for those of you who know. I would play it all day, every single day, actually from 16, 17, 18. And then, I mean, when Fortnite came out, that was the new hype, and I was on that all day, every single day. And looking back at it now, I can realize and I can admit that I was quite addicted. I didn't do anything else with my life. And I know that playing video games is put in such a bad light, and it's perceived as this awful thing that's almost like as bad as drugs. And obviously, I mean, I would harshly disagree with that fact. But what I also think is important to note is that the skills that you actually obtain from playing video games, and I'm not talking about the literal movements of your thumbs or like the understanding how to type on a keyboard, not those kind of skills, but the mental and cognitive skills that you get from chasing goals on a screen can very easily be flipped around into real life and turned into something pretty incredible. So the first thing I want to talk about before I talk about the kind of transferable skills and before I talk about how I was able to redirect those skills into real life is the idea of diving into why we play video games in the first place. Now, everyone has their own reason for playing video games, whether it's to communicate with your friends, whether it's to escape that fear of FOMO, whether it's to chase a goal, which for most of us it is. The easiest way to stop playing those video games is just to understand the core principle of why you do it in the first place. So for me personally, I was addicted to the idea of progression. I love the aspect of growing in something and chasing something and kind of like scaling up, in the eyes of Minecraft, starting from scratch with nothing, having to punch down trees, getting your first piece of iron armor, getting your diamond armor and beating the Ender Dragon. That for me, that was giving me everything I needed in terms of the dopamine hit. And the funny thing is that when I would complete it, I would just do it again and I would do it again. The thing was always the same. It was always the idea of chasing a goal, chasing progression. And the same thing goes with other games, whether you play League of Legends, much more long-term games, or you're playing much more kind of like spawn and die games like Rainbow Six Siege or Call of Duty. The whole idea remains the same. And for me, it was progression. And the thing that I learned to do was actually take that energy and direct it in another direction. So what I've realized is that the elements that I got from gaming, I could actually use in my own life. It's like playing a game like GTA, right? You spawn in as like just a normal person with nothing, and you have to kind of work your way up, buying your first car, buying your first house. The whole idea is that you're playing a game. Very easily, you can actually start to gamify your life, which is basically the idea of seeing your own life like a video game. Like, instead of playing GTA and controlling a character, you are the character. You are the main person who is walking through this life. You are the main person who logs in, spawns in every day, and logs out at the end of every other day. And the best bit is that you also start to kind of log on in real life, right? You wake up in the morning and you get excited to start trying to achieve things, and you get excited doing the tasks that most people would see as mundane because of the fact that there's an end outcome, that you are leveling up. And once you understand this, you start to chase the progression in your own life. You start to become kind of like addicted to learning new skills and leveling up and exploring new things, because you start to get the same kind of hits that you get as to when you're playing the game. You start to get the same kind of feelings and the same kind of emotions. Yes, it's not as easy because of course you get tired, things don't go your way, and on a game, if you get pissed off, you just log off. You obviously can't do that in real life, but the idea remains the same. You can chase the goal. You can chase progression in your own life. And when you start to gamify your life and you see yourself as a character who's leveling up as they are growing and developing, this shit becomes addictive. I've seen so many ex-gamers who were like proper gaming addicts who love the idea of progressing become the most like insane human beings through the game of personal development, where they are leveling themselves up through the gym, through the food they eat, through the books they read. And in doing so, you're becoming a better human being, a more successful human being. So actually, if you're an ex-gamer or you are currently a gamer, take that as a win. Take that as a win because you already understand the fundamentals of the game that you are playing called life. You are just playing on a different console. You're just playing on a different platform. That's the whole idea. And the platform that you're playing on is your real life one. You're looking through the POV POV of your own main character. That perspective helped me massively anyway, and it also helped me stop playing games. But now I want to talk about the skills a bit more in detail, and I guess that kind of is a skill that you can get from it, the idea of chasing progression, but they aren't like specific skills as in like, oh, I learned copywriting from playing Minecraft. No, obviously not. They're not really transferable skills, but they're skills that kind of lay the foundation for actually building on top of as an entrepreneur, as someone that wants to improve himself and grow and become the kind of best version of himself. Now, the first skill that I think I obtained from playing a lot of video games is the kind of skill of dedication and perseverance. And I know that this is kind of like a cliche one. It's like, oh man, you've got to be dedicated, but I cannot stress enough how important the aspect of consistency is within entrepreneurship. The idea of doing something every single day, day in, day out, waking up, clocking in, clocking out, waking up, clocking in, clocking out, because that is not an easy thing to do. And the difference between, I think, an ex-gamer and someone who has never played a video game in their life, I think that is a clear difference. I think the idea of being like willing to go through the hard stuff in order to get to the good stuff out the other end is a trait that not everyone has. And I think as a gamer, you most likely have that because you know that you start off at level 1. You know you start off with no tools, no skills, no wood, right? And you have to kind of start punching trees in order to progress and level up. And it's all about the idea of being dedicated, which kind of moves me on to our next one of progression, right? It's the idea of progressing through the levels and going up and up and up. It's leveling up, it's gaining more stamina, gaining more knowledge. And also as a kind of like ex-gamer, you learn to develop a really good reward system. And what I mean by that is that when you level up in a game, right, you get the achievement, you get the new addition to your toolkit. The same thing goes with life, right? As an ex-gamer, you can quite easily identify those points of kind of success and rewards from leveling up, from doing the hard work. You know, a trait that many entrepreneurs kind of don't have, or actually a negative that they have, is that they never reward themselves for the small wins. And that becomes a massive problem because you become endlessly chasing something that you actually are completely clueless of. And when you don't reward yourself for the small wins, the path and the journey becomes much longer. Whereas in retrospect, it's not that long. You just need to break it up into chunks. You need to do 1 mile at a time, give yourself a pat on the back for that mile, do another mile, give yourself a pat on the back. And as a gamer, you can kind of comprehend that, and you'll find it far easier to actually reward yourself for those milestones that you're achieving. Whereas the non-ex-gamer, they will just go, right? And that's a problem because sure, they may make it a little bit further in a shorter period of time because they don't stop and reward themselves, but they will burn out much sooner. Now, the kind of third skill that I learned a lot from playing a lot of games is the idea of problem solving. And this is less in the fact of those games where it's like Call of Duty or something like that, but it's more in the idea of those kind of like story mode games where you have to solve problems or solve puzzles or solve quizzes in order to get the other side, if you know what I mean. And the same thing massively applies to entrepreneurship because you have to solve problems. You have to understand how to look at things from a bird's eye perspective and think, right, these are the variables here that we're dealing with. How can I manipulate them in the way that I want to solve the problem that I have? And a lot of gamers will understand that because, you know, that's kind of what they grew up doing, solving minor, like micro problems in order to achieve the big outcome. Now, when you're able to take all of these skills, all of these kind of attributes and take them away from a screen and put them into your own life and kind of identify an end goal that you're trying to get towards, identify your ender dragon, right? Your end goal, your end game in real life, whether it's the money that you want to make or you want to retire your parents or you want to buy a house or you want freedom, whatever your ender dragon is, my Minecraft nerds watching this will understand, identify that and put that at the end of your goal, put that at the end of your map and start reverse engineering your way in order to get there. Now, this process of kind of gamifying your life and flipping a negative into a positive and actually taking advantage of the attributes that you have from, you know, your past experience, it does require a bit of a further explanation than me just kind of waffling about it now. So I do recommend that you watch this video that you're seeing at the end of this video, then hour-long free training where I dive into how to actually take a skill that you have and monetize it and turn it into a business, whether that's a 5-figure business, 6-figure business, 7-figure business. Watch this training because I promise you it will be super valuable. You'll learn a lot from it and you'll come out the other end understanding how you can start your own business around something that you're passionate about, like I've helped countless other people do before you. So take a look at that, jump inside and change your life with one video.